I'm sorry, this isn't a hat, this is real hair.
I thought that was a stuck-on one. Mine's real.
How's your day been, Kezzy?
Not too bad, thank you.
Good to hear.
Not too bad at all.
Yasmin's got somebody who's very interested, but it's hard of hearing.
Okay.
Very badly hearing impaired, so it's very difficult for us to do presentation with them.
Yeah.
Dave said you might have some information that's typed out or something.
I've still got to do it, which I'm doing over the weekend. So if you want me to, I can copy it.
Yeah, it's for Yasmin.
Okay.
Hi.
Yeah, Yasmin's starting to try and recruit now, so.
Okay.
See, not being healthy. Robinson's apple and kiwi.
Sorry, I'll put you in it, Cares, there, haven't I?
That's all right, Dave.
You'll get your own back later, won't I?
So Georgina's not very well. Joanna's not very well. Adam's gone to bed early. Roger's out for the night.
Kezzy's ready to go out, you can see.
I am.
Yeah, out to sleep out there.
Yeah, I'm ready to go to sleep, like me.
I'm looking forward to this testimonial because Michael Catcos asked me to forward it to him.
Oh, don't tell me that. No way.
No way, I was joking. How would I?
Thank God for that.
I did that once for Elaine. I actually spoke to Jamie, who was the managing director at the time, and he rang Elaine up at home.
Yeah.
And did an interview with her at home. She wasn't ready for it, and they actually did the interview, and then they sent it out to the entire network.
Love it.
Who's that? It's very dark. Who's that? Who's on the iPhone?
Me,
Who's me?
Zoe.
Hi, Zoe.
Oh, Zoe.
Hello, you. So I've tried seeing how long it lasts.
No problem. Well, I might only give it another minute. I'm going to start the training.
Where's Damalola? Damalola should be on.
Well, that's not good, is it? Eh?
Yeah, as I say, I had apologies from a few people, but there you go. I've got it all recording.
Yes. You actually pressed the record button already, Andy. What's
I
wrong?
have. Which is always useful. Move this over. Okay, so it's March the 18th. And as we said this year, we're stronger together. So I just want to go through recognition for the last period. And we had a lot of new starters. Christopher Lord, Beth Harker, Robert Shaw, Damiola, Sammy, Sergio, Yasmin, Zoe, Stacey, Emma Smith, Gary Sexton, Lucy Unsworth, Lucy Louise Nicol, Tamwa Gardner, Jessica, Emma, Robert, Zoe, Caroline Had, John, Ilana, Shannon, Millie, Algita, Christina, Jack, Jenny, Pam, Natasha, Maureen. We had a lot of starters. Stacey Miller, Emma, and Miriam. So people are out there looking for this opportunity. And as you're aware, as a new starters, they get the welcome rewards in the first 60 days. How does it work? Well, first of all, let's tell you to achieve them last period. Part 1A, Yasmin, well done. Louise, Shannon, Tanya, and Emma. Part 2 is Darius. That means he did 1,000 bonus points in his first 2 periods. So our top retailers last period: Amanda and Leo with £1,573. Ian and Joanna only £5 behind them. And just behind those, Kez.
Woohoo!
If you'd beat your 13%, you'd have been number one.
Hello, gutted.
Well done. Who's that pretty girl, anyway? Right. Gail and Darren sponsored 8 people. Justine and Charlotte sponsored 5. Demi and Chris 4. Andy and Sharon 4. And Ian and Joanna 4. So there's lots of people, as I say, joining the business. So for everybody who was on there, I say thanks for being awesome. Upcoming events. We've got the Summer Showcase at Cheltenham on the 2nd of June. Not sure we're going to be around, unfortunately. And also, the one with big one is the 1st September. And for new people, if your first conference is free. Not the gala dinner, it's the conference. So, your 10 Steps workshops, we've got 2 around the country, one in Bristol. Next one's 15th of April. And Barnsley, 22nd of April. So what we're going to hand over to is Kez. I'm not sure how I do this. Make host, I think. And then, do you know how to make me host back?
No.
In that case, I'll just leave it open and allow everybody to talk.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Hello, everybody. My name's Kez Beasley. My real name's Kerry, but I like being called Kez. I grew up in foster care, so I didn't really think I'd be able to do much. I went from job to job. I then got a job as a sales assistant in a company called Poundland. I worked my way up to be a manager. Unfortunately, there I did damage my back, which is why I decided to work from home. And then I found a little advertisement, and it was from David Beasley, who is my upline. I had an interview, and I started with the company last January, February time. So I've been in the company now for a year, just over a year. I hit just over 1,400 sales last period. I'm hoping to do 1,600 is my target for this period. What I will say is, if you are going to get bad days and good days, good weeks and bad weeks, keep persevering. Don't let it get you down. Keep going forward. And also, don't listen to other network marketers. I did steer off for a little bit when I first started. Somebody else tried to poach me for another company. So if anybody tries to do that, tell them to jog on and stay in this company. And that's it, really. Just keep going forward. You are going to get good weeks and bad weeks, as I say. Don't think that you can't do it, because you can, but just keep going forward and you'll all get there.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Go for it.
Well, just so everybody knows your story. Basically, when you started, you were doing a number of different things, weren't you?
I was, yeah.
Yeah. But in the last 2 to 3 months, I think you're just focusing now purely on the business.
Yeah, definitely.
And would you say that since you've done that, things have turned around for you?
Yeah, definitely. I think the main thing is to follow the system. If you've got a Facebook group, don't concentrate on building your group up. I think it's the main thing. Get your group to at least £5,000-6,000. As soon as it hits the 6,000 mark, I don't post in buy and sell groups anymore. Most of my sales come from my group and the marketplace. So I think the marketplace is key to go into as well. But yeah, just concentrate on building your group up. And as soon as you get to a certain number in your group, then the sales will follow anyway.
So you did nearly £1,500 last month. How much of that was actually online? Was all of it?
All of it, yeah.
Okay. But prior to the last couple of months, what was your normal turnover?
Not that much really. To be fair,
That's what I
maybe
was trying
about
to get over to everybody. That it doesn't matter when you've started. When
Yeah.
you really start is the day you
yeah.
get stuck in.
It was only maybe 200, 300, maybe not even that, because I think the key is as well, you need to be consistent. You need to do it every day. If you don't, then you're not going to succeed in this business.
Yeah.
You have to be consistent. You have to stay consistent.
Yeah. And since you've been doing that, you've seen your sales just gone rocketing. What have you done
Yeah.
this week?
At the minute, I'm on about 200 quid at the minute.
Yeah.
But I've still got my live to do at the minute anyway, so.
Yeah, Kez now also does a live once a week. I've got a load of stuff here, handbags and stuff to do a live. Not sure if that suits me, that handbag. It's got fur around it. You don't know.
You say you're on £200, Kez. But
No, I'm on more than that, Dave. Sorry.
Last week you did 400.
Yeah, last week I did 400, and I've just put a £600 order through yesterday.
Well, there you are. That's a big difference to 200.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. I was thinking of something else. It's okay.
Right. So that sort of shows you that it took a little while to get going. Now she's established and she's focusing purely on this business. Things are changing for her. Also on the sponsorship side of things as well. Okay. So thank you very much for that, Kez. Let's move you out of the way. Okay. So Kez has just hit on about how her group has grown. Because her group has grown, she's had to spend less time on promoting in other groups, and she's just focusing on her own group. So I just wanted to go through a training that was put together by a lady in up in Bradford, Caroline Blacksall, how to expand your group. And the way she did it was through a competition. Okay. She ran a competition running from the Tuesday to the midnight on a Sunday. Now, this time of year is a great time to run a competition because you can use prizes like Easter eggs. So it's not too expensive, but a nice little gifts, because everybody loves chocolate. Well, most people like chocolate. All right. And she did just competition posts in just 4 to 6 local selling groups. And she kept it very local. And she had very few friends that were added before Friday and kept going. By Friday, she had 530 people in her group. Saturday morning, it had gone up to 777. I mean, she only had 5 or 6 people actually adding friends to the group. But by the Sunday night, she was up to 2,226. That's 1,449 people extra. As you can see there, 2,337 members, 2,200 new. So that shows you in a week, she got 2,200 new members. So what did she do? Well, she advertised the competition in the group. She actually used one of the lights that we have, like one of these. One of these lights. I don't think it works because I don't think it's got batteries in it. Oh, it does work. Yeah, like that. That's pretty, isn't it? I didn't realise the lights still work. Okay. And basically, some people tag those who join, picture of the prize. Some will add 1, some will add loads, and get your team members to like the posts. As you can see here, these are all posts, all taken from her group. So she just posted in 4 to 6 local selling groups. First 2 days, very little interest from just the odd person, but she carried on posting. Then upped it to posting 3 times a day. And as you can see here, Caroline Blacksall, for more gift ideas, please join my group. You can win a free gift by entering my free competition. Okay. And And she kept on advertising the competition in groups and also posted products ads in the group. There's still time to enter our competition. If you haven't done so, just join our group. Okay. If you're an individual, ask you to join. I can't see read the rest of that. Not been added by somebody else. I have seen your post in one of the other groups. Private message them to thank them, and then tell them what to do. Okay. Emmy, the person here, had received catalogues in the past but never looked at them. So her husband Paul crossed her offers around. Asked for her address via private message, and she now has a catalogue pack again. So, you know, your customers can turn into off online, can also turn into customers offline. She started to post more in local groups near the deadline, showing what the gift was. And she did lots of promotion within the group. TikTok, we're getting close to the competition deadline. She kept on reminding everybody in the group, remember not to pin the post. If you pin a post, I'm not sure if you know this, if you pin a post in your group, people on mobiles don't see it. Okay. Yes, you should have a pinned post anyway, but if you want something that's really important, then you pin it, they won't see it. To get feedback in the groups, create a build-up. Some of those added over 200, some just 7, but they don't know how many people have added how many people. So just did, well done, Jodie, for just adding some of your friends. And did some tags to people who are actually adding up people. Kept on going, giving feedback. 6 key players had added 777 friends into her group. Now remember that the way that business works is that I know somebody, but they know probably 200 people I don't know. And with Facebook, it's a lot more. So you could have a friend who's got loads and loads of friends who would then add all their friends to the group. But it's important that if you're going to do that, then you start to manage your group effectively and have products on there. There's just some of the pictures she used. I showed Sharon how to do this today. Just go onto Google and do a search for whatever you want and you'll find pictures. Results. She started with 117 people in her group. By Friday, over 500. By Saturday, 777. And the group had grown from 117 to 2,354. Now, that's not bad for a week, is it? So when people say to you, well, I don't know many people, I don't have many friends on Facebook, it doesn't make a difference. Friends of friends of friends. It's called networking. So then what she did is, she told everybody, since the first competition was an astounding success, we decided to run another one. All you have to do is add 100 friends to enter a prize draw. So she's now sent a boundary. People have to do at least 100. Okay? And for every 100, we get 1 ad. And she kept doing it. Keep posting, giving well dones. Getting a bit more personal. Said, just love this cat doorstop. Couldn't resist taking a photo before. Remember on social media, it doesn't want to be just basic selling. Yeah, it can be more personal. And like I say, I've got a load of stuff here. I'll take pictures of some of these and I'll post these on our group of me with the products or Sharon with the products or whatever else. And it just adds, because people know it's real. She did a reminder on the Thursday. Look what happened in 2 hours. Over 4,000 members. And this is, you can see, Sally only added 2. But you don't know whether the person that Sally added a load more. Because it all adds up. Oops. Okay. But she ended up with over 4,000 people in her group. She started out with 117. 2 weeks later, she had over 4,000 people in her group. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah. So that's how you can grow your group without having a great deal of friends. Just by being proactive. Remember, when you're building this, it's not all about just selling. It's about building a group. Right? we must keep our group private. We don't want other people just looking, oh, I ain't going to join that or whatever else. We want people to join it. You don't want anybody, any interlopers coming in and nicking all your customers. That's why we keep it closed. All right. So, if you have any questions about running a competition, just ask. Okay. But you have to step out of your comfort zone to end up with something you haven't currently got. If there's anything you really want in your life, you have to step outside of where you are, and that's where the magic happens. So what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to talk to you about a few people who might have actually joined the business or could join the business. I've given them certain names. This first one is a lady called Comfy Carol. All she's got just 3 or 4 hours a week to spare. And all she wants is an extra £15 to £20 a week for the kids. Now, the thing about our system is that when we speak to people using the scripts, we get to know why people are looking for extra income. And their plan to get £15 to £20 worth of income a week is to place 100 catalogues a week or sell £100 online. Let's move this over. So, our results is just £100 a week. At the moment, that's free delivery. That's £400 per period, which earns her 84 quid. Has she achieved her goal? Yeah, because that's what she wanted to earn, 15 to 20 quid a week. So she's happy. That's why she's got big teeth there, smiling. Then we got a guy called Part-Time Pete. Okay. And he's got a few extra hours a week in, but he's got different goals. He wants a new car. You can get a good car for 250 quid a month, can't you? So all he's going to do is either place 75 catalogues a day for 4 days or do £300 worth of orders online, or a mixture of both. But his goal is to get £300 worth of orders a week. His results, £300 times 4 will give him £1,200. Basically, he makes £252 in cash for a bonus of £72. That will give him a total income of £324. Now, he only wanted 250 for a better car. He's now got enough for a better car and the insurance. So he's happy. So another person you might find, oh, sorry, that's an extra income of £4 a year. Do you know anybody who could do with an extra £4 a year? I'm sure you do.
That's right.
And at the moment, so people can get started for 20 quid. So let's look at Ambitious Annie. I could put Ambitious Zoe. Time, 12 to 15 hours a week. What's a dishwasher on? New washing machine. TV, new carpet. It's nice. It's interesting how the ladies have always got things for the home, and men have got car, booze. Okay. So what they're going to do is going to retail and learn to sponsor. In other words, build a small team. What she's going to do, she's going to retail like Part-Time Pete, but she's going to find 6 Comfy Carols. 6 people who just want to earn 15 to 20 quid a week. So the result is she does £1,200, but she has 6 people who do £400 each, which give her a turnover of £2,500 a period, which is £3,500 a period. That gives us £684 a month in income. You notice the bonus is now the bigger part of our income, or an extra £8,000 a year. Notice the difference between Part-Time Pete and her is just having a few people doing a small amount. Then you've got somebody who looks like me. Dynamic Dan. Okay, serious part-time. Got loads of goals. He's going to retail learn to sponsor. He's going to retail like Part-Time Pete, in other words, he's going to do £1,200. He's going to sponsor like Ambitious Annie, and he's going to find 6 Ambitious Annies. So he does 1,200 quid. He finds 6 people who just want to earn 15 to 20 quid a week. and then he finds 6 people who want to have an income of 8,000 a year. That gives him a turnover of 25 grand, and he's only fined 12 people. His income, however, is £1,692 a month, or 20 grand a year. And what he could do with that?
Yeah.
All out Paula. He's got to do whatever it takes. She wants financial independence, and she wants to become a dynamic Dan, but she also wants to look for 6 dynamic Dans. So let's have a look. She's got 6 dynamic Dans, 6 ambitious Annies, and 6 comfy Carols on her first level. People she sponsors both. So she's only found 18 people, but what she's done, she's focused on what she wants. So when she's talking to people, you can tell people, I'm looking for a few people who would like to make a few, extra pounds. I'm looking for a few people who would like an extra 8 grand a year. And I'm looking for people who like an extra 20 grand a year. Which category do you fall into? On a second level, she's got 36 ambitious Annies and 72 comfy Carols, and 216 comfy Carols on the third level. That's a team of 343 people. However, 294 of them are just selling £100 a week. We're not talking about masses of retail. It's about lots of people doing a little bit. But you do need a few key players. So the results are, we end up with £1,692 of income and an executive bonus on the rest of the business of £6,800 a month. £8,496 every 4 weeks, or 110 grand a year, and she's only found 18 people. Now, is it a hassle of all the people who said no to you? Because in 18 weeks you could find those 18 people, 1 a week, but you might speak to a lot of people who are not interested or not interested now. But it doesn't make any difference, does it? Because if you know what you're looking for, and that's the importance of planning. But what you don't want is one of these. I haven't got one of these. It won't work, will he? He's got all the time in the world.
You don't change, Andy.
Eh?
You don't change.
His goal is to have a cheque sent to him every month without having to lift a finger.
Sounds like my kids.
And his plan is to sit around and wait for 6 dynamic Dans to find him.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to work? I don't think
My kids do.
Okay. So what I want to do is help you understand what is available to you by leveraging your time. Most people say, oh, I don't have the time. So would you like more time? We can always get more money, but we can't get more time. So JOB, just over broke, or job as most people refer it to it. So somebody joins the business and they introduce 2 people into a team. And what happens is people copy what they see. So 2 people introduce 2 each, who introduce 2 each, and down 6 levels end up with 126 people. However, somebody else joins and they introduce 3 people, and those 3 introduce 3. And down the same 6 levels, they end up with 1,092 people. You see there's a big difference there in the numbers, 126, 1,092. But there isn't a big difference because you only introduce 1 more person. They introduce 2, you introduce 3. But as it multiplies, it makes a major difference on the bottom line. So let's imagine somebody worked in a job for 50 weeks a year, and they worked, therefore, for 40 hours a week. They'd work for 2,000 hours per year in a job. It's a lot of time to give to an employer. Now, let's imagine that if you had 1,000 people in your team, and each of them worked for 2 hours a day, you would have in your team 2,000 hours being worked every day. In other words, a year's productivity happening every day. And that's how networking works. Now, if you had 1,000 people and they each only sold £1,000 in 6 months, we're talking about, Kes here's got £600 in a week, we're talking about £6,000 in 6 months, you turn over £2 million per annum. which should pay you about £7 a month. It's not easy, it's hard work in education. It's not difficult, it's about speaking to a few people and getting those started. So there's you do £1,000 worth of orders. Average time when organised, listen straight away, it's when organised, 10 15 hours a week. You find people who say, oh, you told me it was 10. Sometimes it takes people a bit longer when they first get started. But you learn yourself about 275 quid. Once we know that can be achieved, you then start building a small team. We teach 10 people how to do the same. So there's you with 10 people, a group turnover of 11 grand. Each distributor is on a 10% bonus, but you as the group leader are now on a 24% bonus. And what the company does is they pay you the differential, which is 14%. So in this scenario, you still earn between £1,000 and £1,400 every 4 weeks. Now, if you didn't do anything in these 4 weeks, you'd still get paid about £900 to £1,000 for what your team is doing. So, oh, I don't know what's happened there. There you go. To help one of your team to develop a team. Okay. So, for instance, there's, say, Kez or David, and we've got 6 people there within their team, all doing £1,000. They're now on a 21% bonus. You're on 24, they're on 21. The difference is 3%, which is 3% of £7,000. You were earning 14%, but it was only of 1,000. It's a smaller pot, sorry, smaller percentage, but it's a much bigger pot. So in this scenario, you win, they win. You help somebody get more money, you make more money. So focus on helping people rather than focus on yourself. Yes, you need to get your team up and running, but then help other people. Okay. So eventually they'll get to 24% bonus. Okay. You're on 24, they're on 24. The difference is nothing. Remember when they were on 21, you got paid 3%. They say, well, that's not fair. You get paid nothing. We're going to give you a rise. We're going to pay you 4%. That's 1% more for helping them make more money. And you get that paid every month now for the rest of your life. If you've done it once, you can do it twice. Help 2 people. You get another executive bonus of a further 3%. What does that mean to you? Well, it's £2 a month. For every extra business you build, you learn yourself around an extra £1,000 a month. So how big could it get? Well, 3 businesses will pay you £3 grand, 4 businesses £4 grand, and 5 businesses £5 grand, which is £60,000 a year, part-time for doing £1,000 worth of retail. We have people in our business doing £1,000 worth of retail, but they only earn 275 quid. What would you prefer, 275 quid or 60 grand?
60 grand.
Yeah. But you've also got the potential to gain cash bonuses, foreign trips and cars. It shows you right at the beginning the number of people who joined. Imagine all those people who joined your team this month. How would you feel? And all those people have joined Clean Easy, all joined different people. There's a new incentive. If you hit 18%, which I'm sure that Kez will be hitting very quickly, and will Dave, you'll get a luxury stay in a UK hotel with a Clean Easy seminar and a formal evening dinner with entertainment.
I'll go with you, Kaz.
Yeah, come on, Zoe. I'll take you with me. Come on.
I need a night out.
Yeah, man.
Gold incentive, once you become gold, it means you get 10 income kits. You may or may not use them. You may use them for your team or wherever else. But if you hold that gold for a total of 10 months, you'll get a cash bonus of 1,500 quid, which is nice. Now, once you've gone past gold, the next stage is to help 2 people become gold. And that's when you start getting the cars. Hit bronze, silver, or gold exec for the first time. Hold it for 10 months. Out of 18, you get yourself a free Mini or £10,000 in cash.
I was wondering if I still did the minis.
Yeah, we'll do that, or you can have 10 grand in cash. Now, once you become SED, which is that 5 businesses, you get a choice of an Audi TT Coupe or a £25,000 cash bonus. Hit Premier, which is helping 5 of your team get minis. You got a choice of a Roadster or 30 grand. And every stage up, hit Principal, you get a choice of a Roadster and 20 grand or 50 grand. Hit Master Level, you get an Audi R8 Coupe or 100 grand.
Nice. Nice.
You got
God,
past-
yours hasn't been that.
For the first time, you get a Ferrari 488 GTB or 150,000. I've been told you're better off to take the Ferrari because
Yeah,
you
'cause it's
can't
worth
sell it
more.
for than 100.
Yeah, multiple.
Eh? But
Oh.
there's lots of incentives out there, kids. That's where you need to plan. Where do I want to go? And it may seem a long way off, but if you don't have a plan to where you want to be, eventually you won't get there. You've got nowhere to go towards. But you'll get nothing if you're one of them. Okay. So that's all I wanted to cover tonight. I hope you found that useful. Does anybody have any questions?
No.
No? You look tired, Zoe.
I've been looking around
I
slabs.
know, slabs.
Trying to get my life back on track.
Get going though.
Oh, yeah. Nearly. I've just got a couple more things to sort out with the solicitor. I've
Yeah.
literally got to come up with 5 or 6 reasons, and then I am just, it's all in their hands.
Good, fair enough. Okay.
So,
Well, I'm glad you come on tonight. I hope tonight's just helped you a little bit.
yeah.
Yasmin wants to have a word with Kez about the information we spoke about earlier for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
nice labs.
All right. I'm going to now log off for the night and I will catch up with you all later. All right.
Yep.
And I'll put this on the training group later on so you can review it again. Have a good evening, everybody.
You too, Andy. Good.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye
everybody.
again. Bye.